Have you ever noticed how some older men walk into a room and people naturally listen? There's no noise, no showmanship, just presence. Yet others, often well-meaning, seem to lose respect the moment they open their mouths. Their words fall flat, their advice sounds bitter, and their presence feels heavy. The difference isn't age, looks, or wealth. It's inner gravity, something built quietly through years of discipline, reflection, and humility. But most men lose it without realizing. They grow louder when they should grow calmer. They try to be seen instead of choosing to see. And slowly the respect they once commanded begins to fade. It doesn't happen all at once. It fades through small cracks, an outburst here, a complaint there, a refusal to evolve. The Stoics saw this long before modern psychology did. They taught that respect isn't demanded, it's maintained through self-mastery. In this lesson from Anonymous Achieve, we'll uncover 3 mistakes that quietly drain a man's respect, and how timeless Stoic wisdom can restore it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Respect, in Stoic philosophy, has nothing to do with how others treat you. It begins with how you treat yourself. The modern world has made men reactive. The more noise they hear, the more validation they seek. Every scroll, every comparison, every false image of success steals their peace and replaces it with insecurity. The Stoics lived in a world just as chaotic, full of pride, ambition, and distraction. Yet they found calm by mastering one thing: their own mind. Seneca warned against the vanity of reputation, reminding that the moment you chase approval, you lose your independence. Respect built on fear fades. Respect built on presence lasts. But as men age, they face a subtle battle between experience and ego, between wisdom and bitterness. Those who fail to see it grow rigid and defensive. Those who understand it grow deeper, quieter, stronger. So let's explore the 3 mistakes that separate the respected from the forgotten. Mistake 1. The need to control. Picture this. An older man gives advice, but instead of being heard, he argues to be right. He interrupts, insists, demands agreement, not out of wisdom, but out of fear of losing relevance. Control is the illusion that kills respect. When a man believes he must shape every outcome, every opinion, every reaction, he becomes tense, fragile, and predictable. The Stoics called this the dichotomy of control, the idea that peace comes from focusing only on what is within your power, your thoughts, actions, and character. A man who tries to control others loses control of himself. You've seen it before. The father who argues endlessly with his grown son, the manager who micromanages, the husband who confuses control with care. But a Stoic man knows his strength lies in influence, not domination. He speaks less, but when he does, his words carry weight. Why? Because he doesn't speak to win, he speaks to serve truth. He gives advice once and lets go of the outcome. That calm detachment is not weakness, it's mastery. The man who controls himself commands respect without demanding it, and the man who demands respect loses it. Mistake 2. Living in the echo of the past. Have you met a man who lives entirely in his memories? Every story begins with "back in my day." He clings to the past because it's the last place he felt powerful. But the more he glorifies it, the more life passes him by. Respect doesn't live in nostalgia, it lives in presence. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Let each thing you do be done as if it were the last." The Stoics understood that the past is a ghost that flatters the ego but weakens the soul. The man who boasts about who he was forgets to become who he is. Age is not a crown to be worn, it's a responsibility to carry with grace. Wisdom isn't about reminding the world you've seen more, it's about showing that you've understood more. The moment a man uses his age as leverage, he begins to lose relevance. He stops listening, he stops learning. But the Stoic man ages like still water, deep, calm, reflective. He honors his past without living in it. He doesn't chase admiration for who he was. He earns respect for who he's becoming. And in a world obsessed with noise, his quiet relevance becomes timeless. Mistake 3. Emotional reactivity. Watch any man lose his temper, and you'll see his authority vanish instantly. Respect evaporates in moments of reactivity. It doesn't matter how justified he feels, the one who can't master his emotions can't lead others. The Stoics called anger a form of madness. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Because in the space between impulse and response lies the strength that defines character. A reactive man believes emotion is power. A Stoic man knows emotion is energy, to be directed, not displayed. You can see the difference everywhere. The man who yells in traffic versus the one who simply exhales and drives on. The man who argues online versus the one who closes the app and gets back to his craft. The man who feels disrespected and lashes out versus the one who smiles and walks away. Control and chaos is not indifference. It's discipline. It's the quiet signal that tells the world, I am unshaken. And that calm is magnetic, because everyone trusts the man who doesn't need to prove himself. So, we've uncovered 3 mistakes that drain respect: the need to control, the addiction to the past, and the weakness of emotional reactivity. Each stems from the same place: attachment. Attachment to approval, to memory, to validation. The Stoic path breaks these chains by returning you to yourself. When you stop controlling, you gain influence. When you stop boasting, you gain dignity. When you stop reacting, you gain peace. Respect isn't something you collect, it's something you radiate. And the older you grow, the more powerful that stillness becomes. This is what Anonymous Achiever is about. Not tricks or hollow confidence, but timeless strength through presence and virtue. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.